everyone. So today I'm going to do my Ask Kristina number 4. This time I'm going to answer the English questions because my last one, which was number 3, I answered all the Russian questions that I got on my last video. So I'm just going to go back to my Ask Kristina number 2, and I asked you guys to leave me some questions there. So I have the comments right here, so if I'm looking over there, that's why. But I'm going to just start reading questions off so I can answer them for you guys. And please leave me some new questions down below this video in the comment section so that way I have some new questions to answer for the next Ask Kristina. The first question is from mking8. Would you rather trade some intelligence for looks or looks for intelligence? Definitely trade looks for intelligence, because I think intelligence is way more important than looks. Like, who fucking cares, you know? Because obviously, yes, it's easier to skate through life if you have good looks, but it's not going to get you very far if you're stupid. So I definitely value intelligence way over looks. Okay, the next question is from Rocky's Mom 2008. Based on your favorite movies, you love your sci-fi. Yes, I do. Question, how did your mom win a green card? Because I want to win one also, and by the way, you have such a good English for someone who came to the USA at 12. Well, thank you. So my mom, she won a green card through entering. It's basically like a lottery. You enter, and obviously they do like a background check. You know, they can't admit people who are like criminals and killers and stuff like that. So they do a background check, you know, make sure you're not like a spy or something like that. And then from those people, they basically pick randoms. You know, it's like a lottery, like, you know, you just randomly get picked, because in America there are only a certain amount of like people that they can admit from each country, and it goes by like a percentage, like depending on the country's population or something like that. I'm not sure how many it is for Ukraine every year, but every year they do this. And so like she got picked. Like, actually, she did it the first time, she didn't get it, and then the second time she admitted it, she totally forgot that she even did it, and then she got the papers where it was like, oh, you won, and she was like surprised. So you're allowed to bring your immediate family with you and stuff like that, so she just brought me. So that's how it happened. I'd love to see your How I Came to America story. Okay, yeah, I might do that. If I do, it'll be on my vlog channel, on this channel. I would love for you to do a video on how you came to America. It's, again, the same thing. Okay, drama life video, please. Okay, so that would take me forever to do a drama live, so I'm debating on it. I really like drawing, so I'm good at it. Like, you know, I'm not like terrible. That's not why I don't want to do it. It would take so long. I don't know. How do you deal with breakups, and do you live by yourself? No, I don't live by myself, and I think that would be scary if I had to. But dealing with breakups, I think, is basically the best thing for you, honestly, like in my opinion. Like, first, I think you should understand what happened. Second, you need to take your mind off things. And third, do not jump into a new relationship right away. So what I mean by those things, like, first, you have to understand what happened. So basically, take a look at yourself and take a look at the other person and see like what was wrong with the relationship. You know, you don't want to blame the other person for everything. I mean, of course, you know, there are like, you know, exceptions to every story. You know, if like somebody's abusing you or something like that, of course they're in the wrong. But I'm saying, like, you know, if you did something wrong or if they did something wrong, don't always blame yourself only, but also don't blame the other person all the time, because if you were making some sort of mistake, you're just going to jump into the next relationship and make the same mistake again, and then, you know, fuck up that relationship. So it's not going to do any good for anybody. So just kind of take your time to reflect upon yourself and see how you can better yourself, or maybe if it was kind of their fault, how you can better your choices next time of, you know, who you pick to be like your boyfriend, your girlfriend, or whatever. And then 2, take some time off for yourself. I think that's very important. Take your mind off things, you know, definitely do something that you just don't be like just sitting there thinking about it all the time, because you're just going to make yourself sad and depressed. You know, go out with your friends, have some fun, you know, maybe go travel a little bit or whatever. Like, take your mind off things, period. Like, have your friends, like, let your friends help you, you know, take you out, do something fun with you, so you don't think about it all the time, so you're not depressed. You know, let them, you know, like, help you out, basically. So don't be like, if they're asking you, oh, you know, let's do something fun, let's go to the beach or something, don't be like, no, I just want to stay inside and cry all day. Like, no, don't do that. Just let your friends be good friends to you and fucking enjoy life. And the third thing I would say is just don't jump into another relationship right away, because some people tend to do that. They tend to go out right away and look for a new mate, and you know, like, just, it's like a rebound, you know. It's not very good, because one, it's not fair to the other person. If you're still in love with your other, you know, your ex or whatever, or if you just still have feelings for them, maybe you're not in love, but you know, you're still kind of like harboring on that, like, you're not going to be fair to this new person that you're with, because it's just not fair to them, you know what I mean? They don't deserve that. They don't deserve to have you splitting your mind kind of like in between things, you know. If you just want them to be there as a filler, kind of like to cuddle you at night or whatever, you know, but they really care for you and you don't really care for them, you just kind of have them there, like I said, like a filler. That's not very fair to them. And also, it's just not fair to yourself either, because you're not you know, doing the best what's for you. So basically, like, I think after a breakup, you just have to do you, do what's best for you. You know, if you're working a lot, if you like your career, you know, do some more work, you know, put yourself into work mode. Or, you know, if you like to travel, go travel. If you like to do whatever, you know, sports or modeling, you know, just do that. Like, take some time for yourself and make yourself happy. And then when you do you, trust me, life brings you what you need. If you just take a step back and don't think about like, oh my god, I need a boyfriend right now, I need a girlfriend. If you just do what you want to do and you enjoy life and you are like number one in your life, your priority, trust me, everything will fall into place, and then like the good person will come into your life. Like, it's very true. Okay, all these other questions are in Russian, which I already answered in my Ask Kristina number 3. So, there's one question in Russian that I did not get to answer because it actually, they posted it after I did that Russian video. So it's from Mandarin Ka. It says, "Чем ты занимаешься в Украине? У тебя остались тут друзья?" So she's saying, like, what do I do in Ukraine when I come there, and like, do I still have friends there? And of course I have friends there. You know, every time I go back, I still keep in touch with my old classmates that when I went to school over there. You know, we still keep in touch on Vkontakte, which is like the Russian Facebook, and we're still friends. So every time I go back there, you know, we meet up, we go out, we have fun, you know. And then I also have my cousin and, you know, all of his friends, and just friends from like when we were growing up together, because he's like kind of my age. So when we were growing up together, like, I have friends from my neighborhood, like Sadvara. So I'm still friends with all of them. We can go out and stuff like that. It's a different group of friends than my classmates. So, you know, and then I have my cousin's friends as well that I know. So it's kind of like I have these different groups of friends that I can always call, and, you know, we can do something like that. So it's not like I'm just going there and I just only see like my family. It's not like that. And then I'm gonna go to this other video I did where I just asked you guys to ask me questions. And I have both in Russian and English. So the Russian ones, like I said, I already answered. So I'm gonna answer the English ones. It says, "I always wondered if you could speak the language. Is it Russian, or does Ukraine have their own language? Sorry, I know it sounds like I'm dumb, lol." It's from Miss Jacqueline XOXO. And then she put, "Never mind, I looked it up." Okay, well, I'll answer it anyway, just for those of you out there that don't know, because I do get this question a lot in real life, not like just on YouTube. People always ask me like what language they speak in Ukraine. Is it Russian or Ukrainian or both? So it's both. It's bilingual because Ukraine obviously has their own language, Ukrainian, but then since it became part of USSR, you know, back like at the beginning of the last century, all of those countries, which is like, I don't know, 15 countries or something like that, all of them had to know Russian as well. In school, like, it was taught, so all of them, you know, like Belarus, Ukraine, you know, all of those countries, they had to know Russian. So it was like mandatory in schools, but they also had their own language from, you know, being their own country previously, obviously. So after USSR broke up, you know, people still speak 2 languages in every country. So they speak their own language, and they also speak Russian. So if you go to like Ukraine, they speak Ukrainian and Russian. They're bilingual. And then if you go to like Belarus, you'll find them speaking both Belarusian and Russian. So that's why a lot of my friends here in the United States, that, you know, we're like speaking Russian to each other, like we call each other like Russian friends, but they're from very different countries. You know, I have friends here that we are like speak Russian together. They're from Moldova, they're from Kazakhstan, they're from Belarus, everywhere, like, you know. So it's just very different, and it's really cool here because nobody here discriminates. Like, I know if you're like over there, you know, and you're from a little bit different country, like, Even if you speak Russian, they might be a little bit like mean to you, but here it's like we don't really care because it's not that many of us in the area, so we're just all friends, and plus like it's a different generation, you know, so we're kind of like more open-minded, so it's pretty cool, I think. This fucking sun keeps going behind the clouds and it's terrible, like it keeps hiding and then it's all fucking bright and then it's dark, I don't know. Then the next question is from Allison Marie 13. If you could only use 3 makeup products for the rest of your life, what would they be? That is a very hard question. I have no idea. I wouldn't be able to pick like a certain product, like to tell you the name, because you know, shit changes. Like you have different favorites every year, every month, whatever. So, but I would definitely say foundation and mascara, and I don't know. Well, okay, like for something for my lips, but I guess I could use chapstick because that's not makeup. You know, that's kind of like boys can use chapstick. That's not. I don't think that's makeup. So, I don't know. So foundation, mascara, and I guess I would say lipstick because, you know, if you had to like wanna like spice up your outfit for the night if you're going out or for work or something like that, you want your lips to look nice. So yeah, I would say that. I would say foundation, mascara, and lipstick. So I will just pick 3 products and tell you right now what I like. But of course, like that opinion will change one day because you always like try new things. So, but I don't know if she meant like 3 products, like what would they be or what the brands are and stuff like that. So I'll just pick 3 just in case that's what she meant. But like I said, it would always change. Probably like in the next year it would be something. It would be like 3 different products. So I would say my Revlon Photo Ready foundation, and then my Lorac 3D Multiplex mascara, and my Maybelline Pink Please lipstick. Yeah. And I think that is all for that. I also received a couple of questions when I posted the picture for, you know, like for you guys to ask me questions. I posted it on Instagram, and I received a few questions on there, but they were all very repetitive. They were all like, oh, you know, like where do you work and what do you do? Like I already answered this question so many times before in my Ask Kristina video, in my frequently asked questions video, in my 100 facts about me video. Like I'm not answering it again. If you haven't seen my frequently asked questions and my 100 facts, I will link them down below in the info box so you can watch that and get to know me a little bit better. So yeah, thank you guys so much for submitting questions. Please leave me some more questions down below and subscribe to my channel. It really helps out a lot. And please also check out my social media links. I will leave them all down below, like my Instagram, Twitter, my fashion channel, and my Facebook, my blog, and stuff like that. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.